topic here is public account. Public accounts on the newly constituted Public Accounts Committee. The PSC must assert its role as an instrument of parliamentary oversight. Over the last decade, the central government, with a comfortable majority in parliament, has evaded meaningful parliamentary accountability. Now, however, the BJP has a coalition that is dependent on allies, and the opposition is strong. The changed situation is an opportunity for the renewal of parliamentary oversight over the executive's functioning. The proactive beginning of the newly constituted Public Accounts Committee is a case in point. September 2, it notified 161 subjects that picked all deliberation during its terms, most of them based on CAG reports. The panel has picked five subjects: our motto, forms in the banking and insurance sector, review of the implementation of centrally sponsored welfare schemes, policy measures underway for transition in the energy sector, performance review of regulatory bodies established by Act of Parliament, the levy and regulation of fees, tariffs, user charges on public infrastructure, and other public utilities. The PSC, headed by the Congress Member of Parliament K.C. Venugopal, has made use of the rule which clearly states that its function can go beyond the formality of expenditure to its wisdom, faithfulness, and economy. The rule has been used only rarely and to make a political point, though the subject picked by the PSC have political undertones. The overarching public interest involved is unmistakable. The constitutional scheme envisages that Parliament controls the finance of the country. Any tax may be imposed only by passing legislation. All expenditure of the government needs prior sanction from Parliament through appropriation bills. The CAG is a constitutional office that examines and audits the financial functioning of all government departments. All its reports are sent to the PSC, one of the oldest and most significant parliamentary panels. Government measures that picks the winner of the economy have led to serious allegation on crony capitalism in recent years. The government has refused to investigate the serious charges against SEBI's chairperson Madhavi P. Buch and the Adani Group, which controls seven Indian airports. Public sector banks and regulatory bodies have a lot to answer for. The BJP has already opposed any PSC investigation into these positions. The 22-member PSC has 13 members from the BJP LD, BJP-led NDA, and 9 opposition MPs, including 4 from the Congress. The committee's assertive posturing could be undermined by the ruling coalition majority. The PSC has department-related standing committees, many of which are yet to be constituted, should assert their role as an instrument of parliament authority and the enforcers of the executive accountability to the people. Now we move to the word meanings of these bold lettered words. Here are the meanings are: assertion is a verb that comes to declare, the affirm, that claims some things. The second one is instrument, which is a noun here, which goes for the tools, mechanism, or the device. Oversight is again a noun, which means supervision, surveillance, inspection. The fourth one is evade, which here is verb, to avoid dealing with. Accountability is a noun, which means responsibility, liability, answerability. Coalition is a noun here, which means alliance, association, union, and partnership. Now we move to the other slide. Ally. Ally here is a noun, which means associate, friend, partner. Executive is a noun, which means the branch of the government responsible for putting decision or making some laws came into effect. Then the functioning. Functioning here is a noun, which means operation, performance, working, and then the proactive, which here is the adjective used in this passage, which means forward looking, anticipatory, preemptive. Case in point, which is a phrase used here and which means here is example, instance, illustration. Deliberation, it is a noun, which means discussion, consideration, contemplation, reflection of something. Now again we move to the other slide, which here has some words. Salmoto is a noun, that means on its own motion, underway. Here is adjective, which means ongoing, in progress, happening. Transition, here is noun, which means change, move, transformation, and conversion. Levy, here is noun, means tax, charges, duty, tariff. Wisdom, wisdom here is noun, it means knowledge, insight, intelligence. Faithfulness is used here in the passage is noun, which means loyalty, devotion, or and fidelity. Now we move to the other slide. Undertone. Here is noun, which means implications, nuance, or giving any suggestion to something. Overarching is an adjective that means comprehensive. बड़ा चढ़ाकर. Envisage is a verb. It means foresee, predict, contemplate, and anticipate. Impose is a verb. Used here is that means enforce, levy, dictate, and mandate. Legislation. Here is a noun which is used to refer as a law or making regulations. Sanction. Here is noun which means authorization, giving permissions, making approval, giving consent to someone. Now I move to the other slide. Audit is a noun. Here is used in. It means examination, inspection, review, assessment, or evaluation. Examine is a verb used here in this passage, which means inspect, scrutinize, study, investigate. Led, used here is verb, which means result in, cause, produce. Allegation here is a noun, which means charge, accusation, claim, declaration. Crony is an adjective here, which means close, associated, or connected. Capitalism, noun here is which means private ownership. I move to the next slide, which means we have another some words here. Assertive, which is an adjective which means confident, firm, determined. Posturing is a noun here, and it means stance, attitude, pose. Undermine, the verb used here, which means weaken, impair, damage, sabotage. Ruling, adjective here, which means governing, controlling, dominant. Constitute, the verb here, which means form, establish, and making. Enforcer is a noun here, which means implementer, executor, and regulator. Thank you all to support us. We keep subscribe, like, and share to our channel.